welcome back to I Am Mikael, and I am back with another story time. And today's story time is the story time that I said that I was going to do about how me and Bernard broke up. Wait, no. Well, we did break up, but this is where Cuban Poppy and Bernard come into the same timeline. So stay tuned. Okay, so when, I ended with how after the ghost situation or demon situation, whatever that was, how me and Cuban Poppy stopped talking for a while, because to me that situation was too that was just too wild for me, and I didn't know if that meant things was gonna be following me for the rest of my life. So I decided to dip out of that. And then I ended up working at the boutique. And when I was working at the boutique, that's when he came back into my life. So that's when he ended up telling me that he ended up going to jail. And that's why we lost contact. I felt like he forgot that the reason why we lost contact is because I stopped talking to him. After I felt like he tried to blame me for the reason why his PlayStation was missing, when Ghosty Ghost or whatever the was in his house is what took his PlayStation. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know what the hell happened, but we both definitely saw the ghost. So he probably got robbed in the meantime, but I mean, I don't know. So I just felt like he wasn't taking that situation seriously, and then the fact that you keep bringing up this PlayStation as if somehow I had time to put it in my bank. So I did let him know, isn't that the reason why we stopped talking? What happened to you after that? I don't know if that has anything to do with why me and you are not talking anymore. But then that's when he told me, well, he tried to keep in contact with me, but my number changed, which most likely did, because I change my number very often. Well, I stopped, but I just don't like people playing on my phone. But it would be nice. I think I've had numbers for years, but probably max 3 years. 3-4 years. Anyways, that's irrelevant. So we were catching up or whatever, and he's asking me, what's going on, how's life now, and I asked him about his son, and so basically we were catching up and everything like that. But then that's when he asked to meet up with me, and where did we go? I don't think we went out on a date. I know for sure we just kind of hung out, and I want to say it was in his car. Yeah. And so that's when I seen him. And he looked more Rico Suave than Cuban Poppy. So he turned from Cuban Poppy to Rico Suave. And I'm not saying the Rico Suave was ugly or unattractive, but it just wasn't necessarily my type. So he started wearing contacts. So he was wearing bluish, greenish contacts. And his hair was it was cut. He cut his hair. But he started gelling it up into this, what is it called? Jersey Shore. But basically he just started looking like he was from Jersey. And massive amounts of gel and polo, a polo, but having it out and then a little bit of chest hair. He was still very attractive. Don't get me wrong. I just, that wasn't my type per se. So I feel for the most part, I'm yeah, it's good. It's good to hear about, I'm glad you're doing well. But I was not feeling it's time for them romantic dates again. He wasn't the same. I mean, years have passed. He's gone through things. I had gone through things. So obviously we were not the same people. But I just mean, it was almost as if I was talking to someone else completely. Not someone who grew. Just someone else entirely. The way that he was talking, the way that he would jump between Spanish and English. And I'm just like, what happened to cuz? Not saying that I wanted that, because I've said it so many times. I was not trying to have a hood man. See, that's the problem though, because I think I was asking for that so much that what I started to get was, like I said, the opposite of the spectrum of, like I said, still shitty dudes, just shitty dudes with jobs. Like I don't think that I wasn't manifesting a good man. I was manifesting a man with a job. And I probably more recently realized jobs is not what makes good men. Because people push it a lot. Like, he better have a job. And especially with me having kids, it's like, you know what I said? If you with somebody who's a hood nigga, everybody's like, well, that's what you get. So you try your hardest not to, well, some people, you try your hardest not to do that or not to look like that woman, that you end up with what people think is a good guy. If he has his own house, if he has his own car, if he has a job, he's a good man. If he has kids and he takes care of them, that's not what takes a good man. A good man is character. It's something inside of them. What you do on the outside is just it's basically a display of who you are on the inside. If all you do is, I got a nice ass car, I work, all I do is work, and you know how people could get a bit boastful. It's like, okay, do you do anything else? Do you go somewhere? Like, what do you do for fun? Like, do you travel? Like, I was on that travel shit heavy. Like, do you travel? Where have you gone? But not to say that he wasn't well traveled. It was just, I just felt like, nah. Basically, I was just feeling like he just seems on the other side of an extreme, and I wasn't interested. But we still had the connection as a friendship. So that's why he was taking me to and from work. And because of the guy at the job, which the guy at the job, the security guard, the Hispanic security guard, he looked more like Cuban Poppy. He didn't look like Regal Suave. So I didn't understand why they were jealous, or if that one in particular, bitch don't kill my vibe chick, was jealous. I think she just wanted a Hispanic man and was jealous that chicks had Hispanic men. I don't know. But we weren't not dating. We were not dating. We still were not dating. We were just, I wouldn't even say we were friends with benefits anymore. Yeah. And maybe it looked beneficial because we were like hanging out and he was dropping me off at work and stuff. But like I said, it's not like at that night when the weird jack off dude, like, I didn't think to call him because we were just catching up again. And us hanging out again was still on a level of like catching up. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we would have other conversations. We would talk about, like, you know, what we're inspired by. What's our inspirations? Because like I said, we had grown exponentially. So we were having like more deeper, meaningful conversations. It's just, for me, the attraction wasn't the same. Like I said, he was a good looking man, but something about that Pauly D. And the crazy thing is, I had a crush on Pauly D back then. So it wasn't, I don't know, it's just how he was overall. I think it was just seeing him be so wildly different that I just wasn't even trying to be attracted to him. I don't even think I was fully thinking like that, to be quite honest. But yeah, so we were still like, you know, chilling, and I was still dealing with the weird at work and the weird family member stuff. But then we kind of like went our separate ways again. Maybe not, it wasn't the same way. It wasn't like, oh, he did something weird or nothing. It was just, I think we knew that going down the path of like trying to talk like basically, I think we both knew that we missed our shot. Not even like some damn, but just, if there was a time for us to have gotten together, it was then. It was then when we were like being romantic, and it didn't happen. So trying to jump on that train at that time was just not going to happen. And I was too busy, and I was staying with the COs. So I didn't even really want to get back into some complicated ass thing. So when I say I had the 2 men on my roster, that was I was about to say their names. They had the same name, but Italian Poppy and Cuban Poppy / Rico Suave. But it was because Italian Poppy was someone that I was trying to date at some point, but still I didn't see it going anywhere because he was I don't know if this maybe needs its own story time, but he did some very questionable weird shit. So we just went into friendship, and then I could see that Cuban Poppy / Rico Suave, it wasn't really gonna go there anyway. So that's more what I mean by my roster. I wasn't dating anybody. I wasn't friends with benefiting anybody at that time. I was not interested in anybody at that time. I think I even had one little creeper stalker. I don't know what to call him, but it's definitely probably gonna be in a story time because that was weird. And he didn't start off weird. I hate when they don't start off weird and they get weird because you don't see it coming. It's like a fucking bus. Just, I guess you see a bus coming. Anyways. So then, after about I want to say a few months of me dating at the boutique, a few months after the bus stop situation happens, that's when I meet Bernard. That's how I met Bernard, is on my way to that boutique job. So I'm sitting at the bus stop, and that's how I met him. He asked me, I think if I know somebody who smokes weed, or if I smoke weed, or something like that. Tree, nature boy stuff. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it on YouTube. So yeah, that's how I met Bernard, is at that job. So me and Bernard, we started off with like a spontaneous type of friendship. Like we weren't really like doing much, but it kind of turned into a little bit more serious. Not like serious, but serious. And he would constantly make these statements, which huge red flags. But I don't even know if I really even knew about red flags per se. Like red flags being called red flags. They were just like, mental note, that was weird. And he would constantly like, you got all these male friends. Because I didn't lie about my friends. I know I keep saying my roster, but I just thought it was funny. But I never lied about having male friends because I'm pretty sure I've always had male friends. Not to be like I'm a guy's girl, not like that, but no, I just really always had male friends. And most likely be because of being a bit of a tomboy. Mind you, this dude had female friends. He had women for friends. So he would make statements like that, like, oh, you're going to have to get rid of these friends one of these days because I get jealous and I don't like my bitch to have male friends. And I'd be like, good thing I'm not one. And because that's when, I want to say when I probably first instilled or had to even instill to someone that, don't call me that, first of all. I don't think it's cute in no type of way, shape, or form. I don't care if you like, yeah, because my bitch is the finest bitch in the world. Don't call me that, because I ain't no bitch. Don't play with me. Red flag. So that was the first red flag, because don't you ever call me that in your life. Especially, because, if I'll be saying that, and there's always that one guy who's like, man, I call a bitch if I want to call a bitch a bitch. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, because I'm not your bitch. The point is, I don't want my man calling me that. I have pissed so many people off saying, even women, I don't give a, if a man called me a bitch, because I need baddest bitch. I don't give a fuck. Because that's not the point. I'm not saying if you call a woman a B, then you're a terrible person, or you don't really love her. I'm saying, me specifically, do not call me that if you expect to have any sort of relationship with me. Because at some point in your life, if you are not fucking with me and you're like, man, I can't stand this bitch, that will be the last time you ever get to call me that as your woman. Outside of that, because when we have broken up, he'll say it. He'll be like, bitch. And he'll think I'll start crying about her or some shit. I'm like, I'm fucking someone else. This don't matter. And then, of course, we ain't never getting back together, so it ain't like you could He thought, but I had to check him about it that first time because I'm like, hey, I like you. Do not fuck it up. So he's like, no, I'm just saying. I don't want you having. I'm sorry, I just don't want you having male friends, cause I get jealous. I'll say, okay. And the day that I give up my male friends, I hope you're ready to give up your female friends. Cause then it was funny. Cause now it's funny. So, anyways, he warned me, is what he likes to say. He warned me. Nigga, what? So, mind you, time has passed. There had been accusations of cheating on his part multiple times. There has been accusations of that female friend that you said I ain't had to worry about. Yeah, that bitch. It looked like he doing something with her. But at this time, I couldn't quite pinpoint anything. I didn't have proof, which you don't need it. If you have the suspicions, that is enough to say I'm fucking done here. I'm done here. My and your time is up. But yeah. So time has passed. Like at this point, we're serious, and there has been many of suspicions on his part. All that, and. Actually, not even just suspicions. I found a motherfucking condom in the toilet while I was at work. I come home, about to go use the bathroom. There's a fucking condom in the toilet. He's like, oh no, it's because he had a woman over our apartment. And but they didn't do anything. He put the thingy on and they didn't do anything. So he put it in the toilet. So because when that happened, I was like packing bags and shit. But I guess it's not really that important if I stayed. So we get up to this point, right? We get up to this point, and I went to go try out to be a stripper. I don't remember what strip club, but I was about to go try out to be a stripper because at the time I was a dancer, not that kind of dancer. Not that there's any shade. But I was a dancer. So I figured, we was living the fast life, man. But I didn't want to do winter boy activities. Damn sure wasn't trying to do girlfriend for hire activities. So I had decided to, I hate to say it, but to fit in, that I was at least going to do something that I was comfortable doing and it was legal. So that's when I had decided to try out as a stripper. Mind you, I was a dancer, so I didn't really have to try that hard. I mean, I like dancing. I still do, but I just mean, I'm not saying, because I don't know. I don't know if people consider being a stripper a hard job. I would say that it's difficult mentally because niggas be weird. But as far as having to dance or express your body or all that sensuality, back then I was far more comfortable in my body than I had become over time. So basically tryouts was easy. And they were going to offer me a position. Very, very, I would say very nice strip. I don't fucking know if people consider strip clubs nice. I have not been to a strip club in so long, so I don't know. But I just mean, the environment felt like I was finna make a lot of dough. And it wasn't ratchet or raggedy. So, me being paranoid the way that I was back then, I at least wanted to feel like I can go here, make that shmoney, and dip. And I don't have to worry too much about weird shit. But it was a very high-end strip club. So there's a lot of bouncers. There was a lot of security guards. I was like, shit, fuck it. Because he kept shaming me for being... Please do not let nobody peer pressure you into some shit you don't want to do. And I'm not saying I didn't want to do the stripping, but I think if I was not with him, I would have never felt like I needed to have a day job and a night job. Just so he could A, stop harassing me about illegal activities, or B, so that I could prove that I was down. I don't think I was necessarily doing it to that extent though. Look, daddy. It was not to that extent. But it was definitely on some, listen, nigga, I am not the square you think I am. I'm really not. I don't even know. I don't know. And I got to a point, of course, eventually. I'm not proving shit to nobody. Listen, I've gone through some things, and I'm not proud of it. And I'm not about to sit here and wreck my life or change the trajectory of my life just to keep proving to you that I can really be with the shit if I wanted to be. Speaking of being with the shit, is my shit showing? Y'all need to see that. Anyway. Yeah, I'll be with that shit. Let me stop. The point was that, yeah, I was just like, I wanted to be with my man, but I didn't want to do anything I didn't want to do, period. And I wasn't fit to. So, I tried out. Excuse me. And they were going to offer me the position. I go out to the freaking parking lot, for us to go home, because he's like, oh no, how'd it go, whatever, because he was there. When I tell y'all I did not know he was about to try that fucking girlfriend for hire shit, I mean it. Like, this is the start of when I realized that he lied. Because we had a conversation. We're in fucking Vegas, right? So we had a conversation about pimps. Or pushing peas. We had a conversation about them. And the fucking deep disgust that we had with those type of people. Because how the fuck, get off your lazy ass and go do something. I don't give a fuck. And that's one thing I would never take back. I don't know, maybe in the future the peas will be up and they'll like and they'll search through my fucking YouTube and be like, look, she never liked the peas. I don't give a fuck. That shit's nasty. It's not nasty like what women do 304s. I'm not saying they're nasty. I'm saying to have a woman do some shit like that so you can be living like a fucking king and you're not doing anything, and some of these chicks do not know that these men have wives at home. Oh my God. They be having full-blown wives and family. I remember one chick used to be like, oh yeah, and he's a good dad because he takes care of his kids and he be making sure his baby mama got a house. He live in that fucking house. So mind you, she's saying this shit, blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking at her like, what the fuck? Because I've been to his house. And he lives with his wife. She didn't even know he was married. Had a fucking wife and 2 kids. And I was the babysitter. Ooh, child. See, because it is what it is. I really hope the day comes where that shit ain't that no more. But, so he in the motherfucking parking lot, chilling like he a motherfucking pee. And he talking about some, oh, how'd it go? Like, the way his attitude was when I came out of there immediately disgusted me. This was no longer my boyfriend. That's what it felt like. It was no longer my boyfriend. Which is crazy, because I was pregnant at the time. I just didn't know it yet. But the way the vibe, it was just different. I couldn't say that it was giving pee, but I have met peas before. So it was giving, like, this is how peas are made. This is the beginning of a pea. I don't know. But he in the parking lot like, yeah, how'd it go? All that shit. And I'm just like, it went good. Like, what the fuck? Hi. Like, hey, babe. Like, the fuck? I don't know. But he's like, yeah, so how'd it go? And I was like, yeah, it went good. It went pretty good. So what they talking about? They said they'll call me and let me know if they maybe want a second audition. And, yeah, I mean, I damn near got a standing ovation. I was probably lying a little bit. I mean, there was a few like that, okay, but it was not no standing ovation. But I was like, yeah, they damn near gave me a standing ovation. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What you mean by that? So I'm just like, yeah, I mean, yeah. And he's like, well, are you going to quit your job? And I'm like, most likely. I don't see the point of doing both. He's like, no. You probably should work at both. So I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? And he's like, well, I mean, that's more money. For who? I don't need that much money. I'm pretty okay. I think I'm doing decent. I'm like, nah, for who? I'm not about to tire myself out like that. He's like, well, maybe just in the beginning so we can get our own place. My dang boobs, my bad, yo. He's like, just because we roommated with his, one of his peoples. And he's like, so we could just get our own place. And I'm like, I don't know. I'll think about it. No, I mean, you should really. And I'm like, I'll think about it. I don't get why it's this serious. I would be kind of blunt sometimes. Either sometimes I just ain't gonna say nothing at all, or I'm gonna just be blunt. So I'm just like, I don't see why it's this serious. He's like, what do you mean, why is it so serious? He's like, because it's more money. Because then we could do this and flip this with flipping that. And I said, nah, hold on, player. I said, I know the fuck you don't think I'm giving you my money. He's like, what you mean? This one, this is, he said something like, he said it in a way where, like, this is one of these kind of, like, hustle jobs. And when you have a hustle job, you're supposed to give your man your money. I said, no, the fuck you not. I said, say who? Why the fuck would I do that? Well, no, it's because it's the type of job it is. I swear to God, my head was like, he wants to pimp you. So I was like, no, the fuck it isn't. Stop fucking playing. Cause I'm dead ass. I'm like, no way. Cause he was never giving that. I'm telling, we had a whole conversation. Like we would like, we would body a fucking pimp if we ever saw one. But I feel like because he found out that his winter boys did girlfriend for hire shit is what got him to thinking like, maybe I could do this. But to me, like, I don't even want to say even then, because I think it's just pure disgusting. But why would you take your actual... I don't know if I ever heard some shit like that. I know that P's be acting like yeah, you my girlfriend, right? But I never thought that it started that way. I've never seen that it starts with someone trying to change their own actual, like, girlfriend and be like, get your ass out there and work, bitch. I didn't know that. And I still technically don't know that, because that sure the fuck didn't go the way he thought it was. But maybe it does start like that. Anyways, he was trying to make it seem like, you know, as your man, because I'm going to be up in there and I'm going to be making sure you're safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said, why? There's so many security guards in there. I was like, do you think all the strippers in there got niggas watching them? Well, they ain't got to, because I'm your nigga, because I got your back, because I love you. And I'm like, yeah, that's nice, but I would not want to be fucking twerking and clapping cheeks and shit, and you're in there. I said, like, honestly, I would not be comfortable with that, because like I said, he was not giving that for me. He was not the type of person who I ever felt comfortable being whoever I was with him. Because everything is always square, 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 square. This is square, that's square. Don't do that. I used to buy math. I don't know if you ever see them. I love snow globes, right? We go into a shop one day, and I'm like, oh, that is so pretty. Look at that snow globe. Him and his peoples, loud as hell. You like snow globes? You collect snow globes? Man, that's some white ass shit. It's like, I can't live. I barely could feel like I could live with a regular love here for things, for whatever the fuck I'm into, books, writing. I can't even be normal with you. You think I'm about to be out here like bop 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 bop? What, you in the motherfucking club? No, I told him it's not finna work like that. I'm gonna get fired because I ain't clapping shit with you in here. I'm like, you do not make me feel comfortable. Was that sting in my ass? I was like, you do not make me feel comfortable. And I, like I said, sometimes I could just be like, not gonna say anything, and then other times I'm just like raw as fuck. And I feel like most of the time I wouldn't say anything is because when I'm raw as fuck, he couldn't handle it. He didn't want to hear how I truly felt about him. And he didn't want to change it, so then it's always gonna be, nigga, you really ain't worth all this shit. And he gonna be like, how come you're not nurturing? How come you're so cold? And I was just like, nigga, nurture for what? Nurture for what? We're in the hood. Like, what? You want to nurture with motherfucking pipes? It's crack pipes around us. Nurture what? Okay? I don't know. I was loving sometimes. It just, oh, it's weird trying to be lovey-dovey to a hood nigga. Because I feel like they just like, oh, damn. Bend that ass. Bend that ass over now. Shit. And that's it. And you're like, okay. You could just be like, oh, hey, babe. What you want? You want some? Man, bend that ass. I don't know. If there's some loving hood niggas out there. Good for you. But I didn't have one, so. Well, he claimed that he was one. But by the time he was, that nigga was writing letters. He was real loving when he had to write those letters. And by that time, I did not give a fuck about him. Anyways. So, we damn near get into an argument in the fucking parking lot. Because I'm like, there's no fucking way you think I'm finna shake ass legally and give you my money. I'm like, yeah, you gotta make it make sense. Make it make sense. I promise you I'll never come back here again. Well, I don't know why you always over-exaggerating. You always want to go against the grain. That was his favorite fucking thing to say to me. You always want to go against the grain. You always got to go against the grain. And I'm like, that's me, nigga. Let me stop. No, but dead ass. It was low-key in my fucking personality to go against the fucking grain. Shit, why not? Why everybody got to be going on the same goddamn path? What's fun about that? And he thinking he doing this hood shit was somehow different from everybody. Let me show you something. I be so goddamn different. You and a 9 and 5 motherfuckers gonna be looking at me sideways. What the fuck is she doing? Not what the fuck y'all do. I don't know. I was a little rebellious, but I think he thought I was being rebellious for the sake of being rebellious. No, I had principles. I have morals. I had them. I have them more now, morals. Like, there's just some shit I'm not finna do. I don't give a fuck what everybody around me is doing. And I'm just not. You know what I mean? If you don't believe in nothing, you fall for everything. And I wasn't having it. And my whole thing is, this is about as far as to the left, right, I don't know, that I was finna go. And you think you're finna be like, yeah, hand me that money, bitch. No, hell no, right? So, he let it go. We finally let it go. And I'm just like, I won't come back. I thought we was grinding, right? So we could build our empire, our legacy. So we could build our legacy up. You know what I mean? Hustle, like, so we could be on the motherfucking Instagram holding money to our ear. You want to be the one holding the money to your ear while my black ass is in the motherfucking motel, hotel, Holiday not in, because that shit's probably too expensive. I'm be over there with the motherfucking what they call the monthlies. With the damn, the bitch was in a monthly. Why, that man was in a fucking, I think there was a 4-bedroom motherfucking house with his wife and 2 kids. I said that and never. In some ways, I did end up like that, but not doing that. That's another story. Where I ended up in a fucking monthly. My God. But I'm not finna be in a monthly doing this so you could be in a house. Hell no, you got me fucked up. But he let it go, so we let it go. I didn't let it go, but I stopped talking about it. Right? So tell me why. First day, I didn't have to get up on stage or anything like that. But it was like basically like just collecting the cash, right? No lie though. That's something I probably would have ended up doing for a long time had he not had me fucked up. Quick money. Talk about quick fucking money. So, but I'm not gonna lie, my eyes was like, damn, cause I ain't even do nothing. So I'm coming out like, and this shit was turned good music. Like I said, it was more than a decent place. It was a really nice place. So it's not like random ass men trying to touch a coochie, which I'm sure it probably happened there, but it just didn't look like that at the time. Excuse me. So I come out there, right? And he's waiting to pick me up with his one of his winter boys. And one of the chicks who didn't know that this nigga was married. Wait, is that wasn't the married one? Oh no, that wasn't the married one. That was a different one. But actually, no, he was married too. Oh my God, he was married too. I think he had like one kid though. He was married motherfucker too. I hadn't found that all out yet though. So it appears as if he got a ride from one of his winter boys who picked up his chick from the stroll, and then they came by and picked me up. So I get in the back seat. I'm over here like, yo, low key, it was lit. Like, I felt like I just really just had a night out at the club because I did not get to have fun. All I fucking did was work. All I did was work. So I'm like, yeah, like, and I'm like low key hyped about it. Like, yeah, we finna get a bag. But I'm looking at it like, we finna get a bag. We finna glow up, baby. We out. Right? I'm all excited. It's quiet as fuck in that truck. It's quiet as fuck. Almost ominous. So she just like, the chick in the front seat, just like, and I'm just like, oh, hell. And I don't like that shit. It makes me so fucking uncomfortable. So while she just doing this, and it's no offense to her. It's just the weird pride. I guess the pride in it to hand over your hard, good work is crazy to me. Like, I understand that people already look at it like, they not working, they just using a cootie. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really into the whole hustle culture shit because I feel like we should be working smarter, not harder. But maybe to them that is working smarter, not harder. I don't know. I'm not judging. I don't judge that end of it. I judge the part where your life was just in danger, possibly. You're putting your body in danger in multiple different ways. But if it helps you to have the comfort of or stability that you need until maybe you want to do something else, or you have dreams and then you just got to put some money into those dreams, or maybe you're going back to school and you're saving that money for that, or you're supporting your children. But to have the pride and just be like, yeah, Zeddy, that I can't fucking stand. I can't stand that shit. Because I'm sick and tired of women putting their fucking lives at risk for these niggas. So I'm just over here like, oh. And I'm dead ass just sitting in this bitch like, my excitement was just like, and this funky fucking nigga, this dude had the nerve to be like, so how much you make? Well, I don't even think he put his hand out yet. He was like, well, how much you make? And it was like the same situation. Well, this was around, like I said, I was pregnant. I just didn't know yet. So this was like before the whole situation with the fucking food stamps in California, where he's like, how much they give you? How much they give you? Like a fucking dog. It was like that. How much you make? Like he ready to fucking bounce out of his seat. In another one of them situations where I'm like, which I want to say he probably understood when it happened again with the damn food stamps because of this situation. And I'm like, I'll let you know later. He's like, what? And I said, I'll let you know later. And this motherfucker almost tried to get, not like towards me, like, bitch, but just kind of like, I don't understand why you acting like that. We supposed to be doing this together. I said, I don't know what the fuck you see. I see what you see. I see what you see. That's not fucking happening over here. And so now he getting embarrassed. What you mean? Ain't nobody worried about what everybody else doing. I am. Why the fuck? Why are they in here? Like, you couldn't ask your motherfucking our roommate to pick you up, to pick me up? Why are we in here? So now he's just like, no. I don't understand why you... And I know he was just acting like this because the nigga was up front. Oh, no. I don't know why you acting like this. We talked about this. And I'm like, refresh my memory on what the fuck we talked about. Refresh it. I'd like to have a little hand in, or I'd like to have a little reminder of the conversation. You want me to tell you how it actually went, or you gonna tell me how you think it went? Now we fucking arguing. I don't understand why you're acting like this. You always want to act bougie. You always want to act stuck up. You act like you better than everybody. I'm like, nigga, I just clapped cheeks. I didn't even dance. I'm just like, nigga, I'm in the motherfucking strip club trying to hustle up some motherfucking money for us. What you mean better than anybody? Was you in that bitch with a thong on? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm acting like I'm better than anybody. I'm like, my fucking ass cheeks is wide open right now. Better than who? Better than who? Like, I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, here we go again. Square, 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 square. Well, I took that fucking money out and I split that bitch all over the motherfucking truck. I'm like, take this shit. You can have this motherfucking shit. I bet you my ass I never come back to this bitch again, and I ain't fucking playing. So now they're just like, oh, man, you need to get her. You need to get her. I'm driving. Man, fuck you. Take that money too, bitch. You take some of that shit and give her some fucking money back so she could pay the goddamn weekly fees, you dick. Oh, man. They did not like me. They didn't. They didn't. And I think that was my problem. Because I would hold... scratch all that. Anyways. I think my problem was that I'm very opinionated. So if I hold shit in too much, it will explode. So I don't do that anymore. I don't hold shit in if I'm like, hey, I'm not comfortable about this thing you did. And you're like, man, fuck you, bitch. Then it is what it is. Hey, I'll let you know. So if you try it again, it's up. it's up. But I didn't really do that back then. I would keep things in because I'm like, oh, confrontation. Please, no confrontation. It wasn't even like that. It's just, no, for real. I don't want to deal with no damn confrontation. Everybody wants to say I'm in drama when I finally spill my shit. And then it's such a reverse psychology thing. It was such a reverse psychology thing with me. Because if I do something ghetto, then people are like, ugh, you do ghetto shit, right? And then if I'm like, okay, let me tone it down. You're so fucking square. It put me in such a weird whirlwind of emotions that when I got to a point where I'm ready to explode, everybody's about to feel it. So now, fuck you and this money. Fuck you. Fuck this bitch. Man, fuck your other bitches. I'm over here bringing up cheat. And I know you motherfucking fuck that bitch. Because who the fuck wastes a goddamn condom and put it in the motherfucking toilet, you nasty dick nigga. I was just losing it. So he's like, yeah, man, you ain't never having this bitch in my... You better never bring this bitch in my motherfucking truck again. I said, nigga, fuck you and this truck. Fuck you and this truck. He lucky I ain't say, man, fuck you and your wife, bitch. He lucky I ain't say that shit. See, I don't be trying to bring other people down when I'm exploding. But sometimes, he lucky I ain't say that. I know you got a motherfucking wife and some kids. Anyways, so I lose my shit. We finally make it back to the apartment. I'm still going off. He's still, man, cause you fucking embarrassing me. Fuck you and that nigga, bitch. Oh, yeah, I was a mess. And it's crazy because people will be like, bully, right? I've been bullied even physically. But when I explode like that, now everybody's like, oh my God, she's scary. Oh my God, she's so scary. Or and then days after, I didn't know you had that all in you, Nikki. Why do I have to? Like, that's what's crazy to me. Why do I have to have it all in me? Who's to say that maybe I don't want to fight people? Who's to say that maybe I'm a little scary? I don't want to fight. It's like y'all be getting me to a point that even if I was scared, there's just no way that I could even show that right now. I'm so fucking angry that I could probably jump off the fucking Everest goddamn mountain without a parachute. Like, when I got to that point of anger, I've done some wild ass shit. That's why I said I knew I could click it. Because when I get to a point, like, I'm just like, Man, I do a fucking whole ass backflip and land on my feet off a goddamn Empire State Building. Try me. Try me. Well, maybe not now, because I do not get angry anymore. So, yeah, I go off, right? I go off. That's when I call Cuban Poppy / Rico Suave. Well, I called him, and I'm just like, man, because that's why. So, when all this shit happened, he had a bitch come pick him up. I didn't know it was a woman yet. But he had somebody come pick him up. So I'm like fucking heated. So I call him and I'm going, oh, like this motherfucker got me fucked up. And so he kind of know the vibes, not necessarily, well, shit, I don't know. I didn't know if it was woman for hire stuff, but I know it was like hood shit. So he knew the vibes. He's like, man, he got you fucked up. I said, yeah, this the same nigga that told me I couldn't have motherfucking male friends. Remember I told you about the motherfucking condom in the toilet? Because we was besties. So I'm telling him about the whole strip club thing. I'm like, I'm never fucking going back there. Fuck that nigga. You know, I'm going off. And he had my back like, yeah, you don't deserve that. You deserve the finer things in life. I don't know why the fuck he would ask you to do something like that. Why would you even talk to a nigga like that? He did say nigga, and I did have to check him about it. But so we get off the phone. I did. I know you're like, no, you didn't. Yes, I did. But so we get off the phone. We get off the phone. This nigga eventually comes back. We're sleeping opposite side. Doing all that. And next day comes around. He's like, hey, I just want to say that I'm sorry. Say sorry in front of that nigga. Say sorry in front of that nigga or I don't believe it. I was probably being a dick, but nigga, you asked me for money. Like, what the fuck? You asked me for money even after I just said that wasn't going down. So then he's like, no, I think you should still go. I don't want to get in the way. And then we supposed to be. And I told him, I was like, I meant what the fuck I said. When I really mean what I say, like really, because you be saying shit and you don't really mean it. You just want somebody to be like, no, please. No, when I really mean what I say, I mean it. Sometimes, maybe I have to take 1, 2, 3 times. But when I'm like to that point, I'm like, fuck you, I mean it. Hell no. I said, I'm not going back. No way in hell. They probably got cameras on the parking lot and probably saw my ass getting dragged. They probably think I'm a goddamn... I didn't get dragged, but I don't know. Shit. I was embarrassed. I was so fucking embarrassed. I was like, there's no way I'm going back. And there's no way they even could have known that happened. Because I'm pretty sure I was still excited in the parking lot. And I'm like, hey, I got money. I was probably doing... I was probably like, So they probably didn't see shit. But just the thought that he even had the audacity to try to pee me. I said, nah. As a matter of fact, we actually really need to be talking about this relationship. Like, you want to talk about money, man, fuck the money. Shit, you still got some of that shit that I threw at you? Because I'm finna learn. I'm finna move the fuck out. So that's when I started packing. I was like, yeah, I'm moving out for sure. I'm out of here. And I definitely fucking up. So I did pack. I did not leave yet. So he was basically trying to convince me to go with him. Like, we'll move together and he'll fund the place we go. We won't have to stay here. Just for us to find out that the motherfucking, one of his peoples, the roommate, had already planned on leaving. So they had already stopped paying the rent. So after that, for like the next 30 fucking days, is me packing. I'm about to move. No, we can move together. It ain't got nothing to do with this shit. Because then this shit starts coming in. I'm like, but it's not about this. This is just another reason to be getting the fuck out of here. But it's not about this. It's the fact that you had the nerve to disrespect me. You think that I'm about to change or turn into your motherfucking girlfriend for hire. I'm like, nah, nigga, that's not how this works. This is not how this started. Like, I don't understand why you're into this now. So just 30 days of just arguing, packing, right? Just for us to find out that the roommate stopped paying like 2 months ago. So we got evicted. So we really had to leave anyway. So it was a good thing we were already thinking about that. However, we didn't know that it was as soon because we were never warned. We didn't know rent wasn't being paid. I was paying my half. Found out nobody else was paying. It was literally just me. So thank God that the leasing office knew that. So I never got any evictions on my name. And they really could have just said, fuck all y'all. But when we found that out, there was a fucking, coming back from work, there was a red or orange tag on the door. And I had to go down there, and I'm like, pling, and they're like, no, we won't F up your credit, but y'all fucked. So he breaks in the motherfucking joint. They ransacked the shit out of all my stuff. I had clothes everywhere, and I genuinely don't even know if it was his people's or the apartment. Because I don't know if they go through your stuff. I mean, the floor was literally covered in my clothes. I had this bomb-ass snow globe my sister gave me. They broke it. It was big couch with a I'm going to find another one again. And I'm going to buy it. Because that really broke my heart. Not even going to lie. It broke my heart almost just as much as that purple pillow this nigga took. He gave it to his hoe. Bitch. But that was my first heartbreak. Because the pillow thing did not happen yet. I know. You're probably thinking, how the fuck did y'all make it that far? I don't know. I don't know. False sense of security and love. Desperation. Let me wrap this up. Okay. So, yeah. So we end up moving after all the chaos of everything. We end up moving. But at this whole time, I had not talked to Cuban Poppy at all. Because life was just, it was too much. There was no time to be like, hey, what you doing? And gossiping and catching up. So one day, I come back from work. And this man is like, he snatches my phone. And he was like, oh, no, I didn't come from work. I came from walking, because I like to walk a lot. I came from walking. So he already had my fucking phone. So I'm walking up the stairs, and I hear, yeah, because that's fucking crazy, cuz. That's crazy, cuz. And then he sees me, and I'm like, what is you doing with my phone? But I'm more like, and he's like, yeah, here she go right now. Yeah, I'm finna fuck this bitch up. And I'm like, so now the cuckoo, the cuckoo wheels is turning, but I'm also curious, because I'm like, what could you possibly be talking like that to on my phone, right? It's not like people I talk to is like, yeah, because bitches and bitch. I'm like, I don't know nobody like that. Well, that's a lie. I did, but not somebody that I would be, not somebody that he could talk to about me. Yeah, it wouldn't have made no sense. So I'm low-key curious, but at the same time, I'm finna knock this nigga out. I'm finna knock this nigga off this balcony. But that's why I said when we would get into it, he would try the bitch me. But we're still together, so the wheels was turning. Dang, it got hot. So he's like, yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna fuck this bitch up right now. Yeah, hold on, cuz. Put some on speaker. Or I was supposed at that time, somebody on speaker. It's like, yeah, she could hear you. And he's like, wow. But he's not really saying nothing, so I couldn't tell who the fuck it was. All I hear is just, wow, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why she would say that. And he's like, yeah, but he like boasting. So he like, yeah. And tell her what you told me. And he's like, man, I mean, I don't want to be in the middle of it. So I'm like, what the fuck? What's happening? Who is that? So I go out. So I say, I'm like, who is that? He's like, you know who it is? Yeah, you know who it is. And I'm like, I don't. Who is it? I mean, I could be like, oh. I could be like, oh. But like, shit, I don't know who it is. Who is it? Is that my phone? Like, is that my phone? And he's like, oh yeah, she want to play stupid. She want to play stupid now. I'm like, nigga, I just walked up the fucking steps. I don't know. So I'm just sitting there like, because at this point, I'm not about to keep being like, who is it? Who is it? Clearly, something's fucking going on, and it's not a game. So I'm just like, so are you gonna tell me who it is, or are we gonna play with my phone? I said, give me my shit. I'm like, give me my shit. He's like, no. I'll call you back, cuz. Hangs up, just like, nah, for what? For what? Oh, all this time you talking about I'm cheap. All this time. What'd he say? Oh, he's like, cat got your tongue now, huh? Cat got your tongue. Always talking shit. What you gonna say now? I'm like, to say to what? Like, what the fuck is happening? He said, yeah, that's your nigga. And I'm like, what nigga? So he shows me the phone, caller ID, Cuban Poppy. I go, oh. I go, oh, okay. But it's like, I guess he was expecting me to be like, oh shit. But it was like, that's who you're talking to. I didn't feel like it was, I don't know, I didn't feel like I was giving, oh my God, I'm caught. Oh no. I wasn't giving that. I don't think I was. But I think he thought I was. He's like, oh, all that shit you be talking about me and you doing the same thing. See, that's why I fucking can't stand when men cheat and when they find out that you licked the fucking rock next to a goddamn dude. I knew it. That's why I cheated on you for 15 years, because I knew you were going to come over here and lick that rock by that guy. And I'm like, oh, so this is where we're going with this. I said, my friend, the one that you wanted me to get rid of. Yeah, what about him? He said, yeah, he told me. He told me that you talked to him about the motherfucking strip club thing. He told me that you would rather strip for him and give him the money. I said, you fucking lying. I said, no way in hell, you're lying. He wouldn't have said no shit like that. He said, oh, your best friend, yeah, that's your best friend, huh? You gonna give him the money. You okay with giving other niggas money. You just don't want to give me no motherfucking money. And I'm like, I said, look at me. Ain't no way in hell I said no shit like that. He's like, nah, that's what he said. That's what he said. You better check your friend. You better check your friend. I said, okay, give me my phone. He said, for what? So you gonna call this nigga? I said, yeah. How else am I gonna check him? You am supposed to send my bat signals? I said, yeah, how the fuck else am I gonna check him? And that's my shit. So I don't gotta explain to you why I want my motherfucking shit. Do you pay it, nigga? No. So I'm like, give me my fucking shit. So now I'm getting hot because he's like, yeah, look at you. You're a teen ass, hoe ass bitch. And all this shit. I said, chill out. Chill out. Because you said it already. You said it a couple of times. I said, look, you don't want to fuck with me no more because you feel like I'm going to give my monies to another nigga. I'm cool with that. Like, we don't need to be together, bro. Like, I'm not finna fight for you. I said, if that's what you're expecting right now, you're not finna get it. Like, I've been saying we needed to stop talking. So, hey, let's wrap this up. It's wraps. I'm good. So now this nigga start getting mad. Because he's expecting me to be like, honey, I'm so sorry. I didn't, listen, I will suck all the in the world and I'll hand it to you. I hand you all the cash. Man, I wasn't doing that. Because I know what the fuck I've done. Why would I sit here and try to act guilty so I could stay in a relationship with a man who thinks I'm supposed to be giving him my cash all of a sudden? Because all the niggas got their chicks giving them cash. They ain't they damn girlfriend, stupid. Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Then we're done. He said, ha. So then he starts trying to threaten me. I hit your ass. I should hit you. I should motherfucking hit you. I said, so do it. Then, nigga. Fuck the phone. Do it. I fucked up, though. I did. Because he's sitting here, like, trying to do some shit like this, right? So I said, you think I'm fucking scared? So I'm standing there. Try it. Fucking try it. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. I don't give a fuck about you. Fuck the phone. Fuck you. I'm going back off again. Fuck your bitches. Fuck your niggas. And he's like, yeah, you get mad because you guilty. I said, I'm getting motherfucking mad because you keep threatening me. You think I'm fucking scared of you and I'm not. I don't give a fuck if you scared of me or not, bitch. I'll whoop your ass. I go, whoa. Right. That's how I got this. So I fucking fuck you, bitch. And I miss his head, and I go right through a fucking glass window that was behind him. So while we're arguing, we're in front of some poor person's, not literally poor, but some poor guy or lady's fucking bedroom window, I think. And I'm just like, pow, and that shit go, psh. And so when I pull my hand out, there's a fucking glass sticking out, and I go, slip. and I slipped my wrist. So now I'm like doing this shit like, oh shit, this nigga. You gotta go call the ambulance. They gonna think I did something to you. And of course I'm not laughing at the time, cause this shit was leaking. So I'm just like, he's like, I'll call the ambulance, but go down. So fuck the guy. It got so crazy. So now there's like fucking blood all over my dress. I'm holding my shit like this. For some reason, the motherfucking fire department and the ambulance came fast as hell. It probably wasn't as fast as like, but for the time that I'm walking down the stairs, and I want to say it's like only 2 flights of stairs. So by the time I'm walking down the flight of stairs, I get outside of the damn suites. I hate that fucking place. And I get to the front, and the ambulance are already, we was like right down the damn street. We was right down the street from the hospital. And so the ambulance get there. He doesn't come with me because the folks is watching. I hate struggle. Love. I do. I really do. Because I'm not saying that I should be punching windows or punching men. But it's just like, if this was a regular situation where I was in an accident, or like maybe I had an accident, then you have like your man is holding you and he's like, it's gonna be alright, baby. Just breathe, baby. Like something like that. And then you're like, not you walking down the motherfucking stairs like, all my life I had to fight. And this nigga like, I can't, I'm gonna stay with you until they come, but I can't, which was very fucking fast, but I can't go with you because they watching. They be watching me. And so I'm in this motherfucking ambulance by myself fucking crying, mad as hell at myself for even entertaining the shit. But low-key part of me felt like if I didn't buck up, then I'd have been just sitting there getting fucking beat because he thinks I'm cheating. I'm in this ambulance crying, mad as fuck. Like, so for like 2 hours, go to the ambulance, sit in the ER, get patched up. There's fucking, this is not the first time I've ever gotten stitches, so I was not like panicky. I got stitches on my head when I was a kid. I got stitches on my nose when I was a kid. I got fucked up a lot. But I've been in a lot of fights. So this was not my first rodeo, but I was just more mad that fighting as a kid or a teenager was self-defense, getting bullied. I guess suppose, like I said, this felt in a sense like that too. But I swung first. So it still felt like to me that I let my anger get the best of me. So when I swung at him, yeah, I was pissed off about that. And now I'm like looking stupid. So now they asking me like, do you like suicide questions, or I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but you know, you want to harm yourself questions. And I'm over here like, nah. Are you sure, ma'am? Because you almost hit an artery. I'm like, man, nah, man. But I'm not telling them the truth that I was damn near doing some domestic violence shit or about to be in a domestic violence situation, because he got people watching him. And if I say like, yeah, I was about to get in a fight with my man, I'm assuming that they're going to be like, where is he at? FBI, open up. So I'm just like, nah, I was just, I slipped. I didn't say I slipped. I said, I did something in a car and it jerked and my hand broke through the window. I said some dumbass shit like I was in a car accident. Or like a minor car accident in the parking lot. Because how the fuck I get in a car accident and was on foot? I don't know. I lied. But it was just the pain of like, no, and I'm here alone. So I get back because I had to walk back. Because he did not pick me up. But by the time I walk, and then we're talking about summertime. So I'm over here like dead ass, just like, I'm thinking about every mistake I ever made in my life. This is how I got here. This is karma. This is because that one time that lady was trying to say hi and I kind of like rolled my eyes. I've never done that. But I was just coming up with all these things for the reasons why I deserve this, basically. Like, this is karma. So I get back. I open the door. The bitch. The one he had pick him up. So it was in fact the chick. He had picked him up that night. The audacity. But I didn't give a fuck. Because this was his friend. And I knew he was trying to make a point. Since you have your male friends and you're saying whatever to them, then I suppose I'm not supposed to be, I shouldn't have to hide my female friends. So when I walk in the door, I'm walking in like, I open the door. I look at him. I look at her. I close the door. He's like, I hope you don't feel some type of way. I said, let me let you in on a little secret. I said, you see this? You see my clothes? I don't give a fuck. Still at the front door. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. It's probably one of the most I don't give a fuck moments I've ever had in my life. I'm unbuttoning my shirt. And he goes to her, oh yeah, this is my girl I was telling you about that thinks that, and I'm still literally like, this is my girl I was telling you about that had the nerve to say that me and you was fucking. And I told her we was just friends. And she said, girl, yeah, we just friends. I'm like, I take off the button up. He said, what the fuck is you doing? I said, I don't give a fuck. I take my sports bra, pull that bitch up, titties swinging. Titties out. And he's like, man, what the fuck? And I said, oh, you thought I gave a fuck. I just split my wrist because your weird ass. I got blood all over my dress. I just spent a fucking hour in the hospital by myself. And you didn't even bother to ask me if I was okay. And then I had to walk the back here by myself because you don't give a fuck. And you think I give a fuck about a bitch? Drop my dress. I start walking. I'm just titties. I look like something out of fucking Scarface. Just titties out, drawers out, and I'm walking. I don't give a fuck. I'm saying that. I'm like, turn that shower on. I'm looking in the mirror at myself. I think actually I had a similar hairstyle. And I'm looking at the mirror myself. So if I save this amount, of money, then I should be able to get an apartment at this. I was so gone. And I know it probably sounds just like, oh, I don't care. Because like he said, you're so cold. I was so drained. I was so tired. I was so done. Also pregnant, which is crazy enough. All these emotions. I was pregnant. And I actually didn't find out until like a week after this. A week after this happens is when I find out. Like my womb was fresh when I ended up taking a pregnancy test. But I'm just, I turn my motherfucking music on my phone. Oh shit. Oh yeah. How the fuck I get my phone back? Oh yeah, and I did get my fucking phone back. He did give me my phone back. So that's why I was even more pissed. Like, what the what's the point of you giving me my phone back, and you didn't even call me and see if I was okay? I could have been like passed out in the damn, I don't know. So I'm just turning on some music. He coming in there like, look, I'm sorry that, and blah, blah, blah. The whole time he's talking, I'm like, this is the mirror. I'm just like, yeah, it'll probably take me about 2 weeks. He's like, are you okay? Like, what the fuck? Are you okay? I said, do I fucking look okay? I said, do I fucking look okay? Do I look okay to you? Does any of this look okay to you? Tell me the part that you think is... Drop my drawers. He said, man. He's like, man, I'm gonna go out here real quick and got rid of her. Cause what did you think? I was gonna swing again? Nigga, I'm tired. I ain't got no more fight in me. I'm good. So I could hear him getting rid of her. I didn't give a fuck. I must have literally sat in that apartment for a week. For a whole week. Until, no joke, whole week, probably just on and off crying. On and off, just in that bed, on and off crying. And I still smoke cigarettes at the time. So I would go out, smoke a cigarette, getting back in the bed, on and off crying. Go outside, take a walk, crying. I was so tired. So my whole thing was, just work, get you your money, get the fuck out of here. And you better run fast. And then one of his family came over and they like exchanging Winter Boy stuff. And she looks at me and she's like, "Hey girl, you okay? You normally so bubbly." And I'm like, and she said, "Oh." She said, "What's wrong with you? You pregnant?" And I'm like, and then me and him locked eyes like, "Yo, what? Why would you say that? That doesn't sound." She said, "You moody? Look at your nipples." Like her nipples was rock hard. And I'm like, he's like, "Really?" He's like, "Nah." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think so." And she said, "Why don't you come down to the stove with me? I'll get one for you." And I'm like looking at him, and he's like, "I mean, it can't hurt." And I'm like, "I don't see why." He said, "Well, you have been moody." And I'm ready to argue. Moody? Nigga, you're weird. You're fucking weird. But he like, I'm just saying you should just try it. Have you had a period? Then I'm like, oh, I have not had a period. Walk down there with her, get a pregnancy test. I was in fact pregnant. Woo! I was in fact pregnant. I went through all that hell pregnant. Anyways, that is how Cuban Poppy and Bernard met. And that is why me and Cuban Poppy never talked again. Because, we did. We did talk again. And his explanation was that he wanted us to be together. He wanted to date. And I had laid out the whole trajectory of our whole knowing each other. And that's when I let him know, like, you never gave that. Like, he's like, but we were romantic this and that and that. And I was like, first of all, at that time, I ain't know what the fuck was going on around you. But even then you say it. You never said it. And I was not about to guess it for you. But for you to do some fuck shit like that, I told him, I was like, damn, like, this nigga fucking crazy. But this is like way after where I already knew he was even more crazier than that. He really tried it. Anyways, if you guys like the story time, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next story time.